The world's population is projected to reach 8.5 billion by 2030 and 9.7 billion by 2050. This is according to the 2015 revision of World Population Prospects produced by the United Nations Department for Economic and Social Affairs. The study finds that India is expected to surpass China as the world's most populous country in about 7 years, and Nigeria will overtake the United States to become the world's third largest country around 35 years from now.
Future population trends will be affected by trajectories in the three major components of population change: fertility, mortality, and migration, but especially by the future course of fertility.
And with the highest rate of population growth, Africa is expected to account for more than half of the world's population growth over the next 35 years. Moreover, the report reveals that between now and 2050, half of the world's population growth is expected to be concentrated in 9 countries: India, Nigeria, Pakistan, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ethiopia, Tanzania, the United States, Indonesia, and Uganda.
For many countries today, and probably for most countries in the long run, the major concern about their demographic situation will be in relation to population aging, not population growth.
A slaughter and a shameful symbol of the international community's divisions and failure. This is how UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon described the 4-year conflict in Syria.
I'm profoundly disappointed that this Council's resolutions on Syria have not been implemented neither on ending the violence nor on easing humanitarian suffering or combating terrorism and foreign fighters.
On Wednesday, he and his special envoy, Staffan de Mistura, outlined a way forward on a political solution based on wider consultations with all parties involved.
What I'm today proposing is actually a deepening and getting much more deeper on those issues in the Geneva Communiqué which are not so controversial and analyzing those which can be controversial.
Adopted in 2012, the Geneva Communiqué calls for the establishment of a transitional governing body, which has been a point of contention among parties so far. In that regard, the special envoy stressed, the support of the Security Council will be critical to convince all Syrian and regional players to get involved. While the 23rd July election in Burundi that won President Pierre Nkurunziza a controversial third term was relatively peaceful and conducted adequately, the overall environment was not conducive for an inclusive, free, and credible electoral process. This was the main conclusion of an assessment by the United Nations Electoral Observation Mission in the country on the conduct of the polls in Burundi, which took place after 2 postponements.
The UN Observation Mission also notes the environment of profound mistrust between opposing political camps, that the parties did not reach agreement on a consensual electoral calendar. It says that freedoms of expression, assembly, association, essential conditions for the effective exercise of the right to vote, remain severely impaired. Media freedom also remains severely restricted.
The decision of the incumbent president to run for another term precipitated a deep political and socio-economic crisis, the mission added.